All right. We're going to kick ass, Ozzy. We're going to rock. Yes, that's what Zakk Wylde would do with Ozzy before they performed. He's like, come on, Ozzy. Are we going to rock? Are we going to kick ass? Yes, we're going to rock. We're going to kick ass. I got a good night of sleep. I got a great workout this morning. I've eaten. Everything is good right now, okay? But I did just get frustrated at something. Hey! What's up, everyone? I've made it here for another recording today. A couple tiny little things have changed. I've been tweaking a little this and that. If you aren't paying close attention, you won't even notice I got rid of a floor thing here. Right now, during the day I'm doing this, I have a black cover on the door on the other side right now because I think I get better light during the day. And I like that. And over here, first I want to say hello to my little friend. What's up, Copy? You doing okay, buddy? I can't reach you to pet you anymore. I'm just saying hi. How are you doing? How you doing? I'm going to come back here. I'm glad you're here, Copy. And I have a little bit of a plan for the show today. I prepped 3 simple things. And one of them is I'm basically going to start out doing this, okay? I want to move right through these. I don't know how long this is going to be. When I'm doing hour-long shows, I want to basically start taking a break in between for like 3 minutes to take a pee and etc. But I don't have the luxury of doing that today. I don't have that prepped, but I'm reading this book, Happiness is a Serious Problem by Dennis Prager from Prager University, and this is a pretty good book so far. It's nothing controversial at all. It's I'm 65 pages in it. I've only been reading it like 3 days. And I enjoy it. I like his minimalist approach to writing, and there are funny parts because this person must have read it before me, and so there are little notes in the margin, and it's kind of funny because sometimes this person will be reading it, I guess, and like what they see, so they put a little exclamation point next to it, and I'm like, I want to know who that is putting the exclamation point, because on some of these exclamation points, they were good portions of reading. And so right now in this particular part of the book, Dennis Prager is talking about gratitude for one thing and expectations as another thing. And so he's talking about how the Jewish people have they express gratitude in a myriad of ways. One of them is to incite another religious example of gratitude. Judaism even has a blessing over relieving one's body, like taking a pee or a poo. That's kind of funny. This blessing said to this day by many religious Jews upon leaving the bathroom illustrates well the whole point of expectations and gratitude. This is funny. Blessed are you, God, ruler of the world, who created man in wisdom and created within him numerous orifices and spaces. That's funny. It is known and revealed. I won't be reading for a long time. Just hear this passage right here. It is known and revealed before you that if one of them should open when it should close, or one of them should close when it should open, it would be impossible for us to exist. Blessed are you, God. That's funny. Who heals all mankind and does wonders. It doesn't say that's funny in between. I added that. Very few people feel immense gratitude upon going to the bathroom, but people whose orifices opened when they should have, or have closed, or closed when they should have opened, and who now relieve themselves normally do so with the kind of gratitude that the rest of us reserve for major events. That's funny to me. So I feel relief and I feel gratitude when I go potty. God knows, I've woken up in the middle of the night after nights of drinking. This was in years past, and this is part of what keeps me from drinking. And so, like, my little issue with my middle-aged plumbing and my prostate, whatnot, and etc. Let me just explain. The prostate, the man's wiener, and the bladder, and the balls, never mind the bladder. They all work in synchronization with one another. It's like a band who are playing in sync with one another, and they work well, and it has to do with going to the bathroom and your libido and all these wonderful things. Well, my problem is such that if I am waiting too long to go to the bathroom when I have to go, all of a sudden when I go, I can't go, and it'll be like an emergency. So after a night of drinking heavily, after I pee a million times, I go to bed and I'm unconscious. And so it's like my body's like, I have to pee, but I'm still staying sleeping. And then when I wake up, for God's sake, I have this huge problem and I can't go pee. Right? Oh my gosh, yes. Copy, that's a problem for me. I really can't go pee sometimes because if I drink heavily and then I go to sleep and I wake up in the middle and I can't pee, it's been like an emergency. Sometimes I have to get into the shower and like relax underneath water in the middle of the night after doing that to actually relieve myself and pee. And it's a great relief after I pee. I'm like, thank God. Because it's like, imagine having to go to the hospital. They would have to like stick something up you like a stent or something, open it up and put like a tube in the front of you. Ugh. So that's a good reason for me not to drink. That is one of the reasons I don't drink heavily anymore. Too much info, I don't know, TMI, maybe. But I wanted to tell you that, and I wanted to just remember this blessing right here is a good blessing from Dennis Prager. I must say, I will remember that blessing, and I will remember to feel grateful after every time I go to the bathroom. And I do, because I've had this issue peeing in the past where it's like I have to pee, but it's hard to pee because I waited too long, and it's a total nightmare. But moving on, my friends, I have something I want you to see on Facebook. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up a window to Facebook, and we're going to look at some pictures on Facebook of Shannon Tweed Simmons, of course, the really beautiful lady who is the wife of Gene Simmons, rock star Gene Simmons. And we will go to these messages because I sent it to myself here. It wouldn't allow me to share it, so I have a note. So I sent it to myself in Facebook. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to get a good look at it, all right? I'm going to zoom in on this sucker. And, oh, whoops. I want to go over here, and I want to switch to my view. Hello there. Hello there, my little owl friend. Are you ready to enjoy these with me? I'm sure you are. So here we have the Simmons family. Okay. And here we have Gene Simmons with Nick. Okay, if you ever watched Family Jewels, Gene Simmons Family Jewels, you will recognize these people, of course. Here's his daughter. I forget her name. She is got the most beautiful face like I've ever seen. And, of course, here's Gene Simmons, the demon from Kiss. Look at him. And his son looks like him. His son is also very tall. He actually is much taller than his dad. I think his dad's already over 6 feet tall. I'm actually curious. How tall is Nick Simmons? Let's see if we can find that out. How tall is Nick Simmons? He's what? No way, Jose. Nick Simmons? Are we talking about the same guy here? 6'8". That's what I thought. And let's see how tall. Gene Simmons is 6'2". I knew Gene Simmons was a very tall man. 6'8" is immensely tall. And what I've noticed about Nick Simmons in this picture that I'm thinking was probably taken yesterday, look at him. He is taller than his whole family. That is like, you're almost on the edge of freakishly tall, but not too tall. Women are going to love that. And so Nick Simmons went out and he found himself this incredibly gorgeous woman here. Look at her. Look at her. She's a beauty. Super beauty, okay? No, and so it seems to me, what I wanted to point out was Nick Simmons has let himself go a little bit. He used to be a very thin young man, and so like you're sitting around a lot eating, and your dad would be like, hey, he'll do what he does. He sounds like Benjamin Netanyahu, and he's like, hey, son, you need to stop doing this. You need to do the Gene Simmons finger like he did to Bill Maher recently when he's like, oh, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't smoke. That's why I look so good, Gene Simmons, for my age. I do think Gene Simmons has a beautiful family here, and Nick found this gorgeous woman. He's like, I don't have to look good anymore, and so he sits around all the time. I'm just telling you, Nick, 2 meals a day, intermittent fasting, no snacks, work out, and you will get bulk, and you will look good, and you'll start getting ripped. And I don't know who this mortifying beta male is that's dating Nick Simmons or The daughter of Gene Simmons, she's a gorgeous young lady. Like her face makes me just like go, wow. But I'm wondering what kind of extensive vetting went on for Gene Simmons to consent to his daughter to be with this guy, okay? Because he makes me a little nervous, Gene Simmons does. Like, I can only imagine he has extremely high standards for his daughter, better than any father he screwed of the 1,000 women he screwed. Gene Simmons. That's kind of what bugs me about him, is he's a big mouth and he's judgmental in certain ways. And this dude over here, that's funny. Look at this. He's in the background like, not meant to be in that picture, but he is, and I think that's sort of funny. You ruined the family photo, man. What do you call that? You photobombed it, you bastard. Okay, Shannon Tweed definitely has had some work here, and Kiss pajamas or not, I wouldn't be caught dead in those. And he's wearing pajama bottoms too, like Nick is. Good Lord, man. What's the matter with you guys? No, so why is he in pajamas here and everyone else is... So are they at home? This is not home. They're out somewhere, and he's in sweats. And so they don't even have a casual look. They have the look of, we rolled out of bed in our pajamas and we went out. So let's keep looking here. Shannon Tweed Simmons. I mean, my heart goes out to this guy because she married a man who has reputed to have screwed like 1,000 women at least. And I don't really want to get into that for my own reasons. Like, because I'm so pathetic, I have hardly screwed any compared to that man. I'm okay, but it's not like, holy mackerel. Okay, so sitting down, Nick doesn't look quite as... He doesn't look as boyish as he used to, obviously, because over 10 years have passed, I think, since their TV show went off the air. Excuse me for burping. My friend... You don't burp. Do owls burp? Oh, yeah? Well, we'll have to hear you burp sometimes. I don't know. Does an owl burp? That's the question I want to know. Let's Google it and find out. Do owls burp? Okay, let's see. Someone actually asked that question. Owl burping. Digestion in owls. I just want a simple yes or no, Google. Yes, owls burp. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Google. Okay, here's the Maloik. Gene does it wrong. He does it with the thumb out. You're not supposed to do it with the thumb out. You're supposed to do it with the thumb in. And it's not cool that you tried to take ownership. He tried to trademark that. And if anyone should trademark that, it's Ronnie James Dio. But frankly, Ronnie shouldn't own it either because it comes from Italian culture. And you're not even Italian, bro. But I think, honestly, when you were an actor, when you were younger, you kind of had a look. If you wanted to play an Italian, you would have made a very good-looking Italian in a movie. And the same goes with your son, Nick. You're good-looking people. Good genes. Good genes in Gene Simmons' family. I don't want to say Gene Simmons is because I hate the sound of words that are like that. Now, look, he's like, huh? Oh, she's pretending to give him an alpha look. I don't believe you married an alpha, but you're giving him the alpha gaze. No, ma'am. He's not an alpha. And you know why I think that? Because he probably has to be so submissive to be around all these hot women in star land Hollywood. No, sir. I'm guessing you're a beta. You're a beta with a full head of hair that I'm jealous of. And I'm more inclined to be like a brutish male, alpha male, even though I'm bald. And she should dump you for me. She's probably around 30 years old. I'm good with that. But she might have to like pass the litmus test of my values. I'd love to marry a Jewish young woman that looks as good as that. My God. Jewish princess is code for what do you call it? Aphrodisiac. They're gorgeous. Natalie Portman. If she had the right values, she's got the right body. Same with Wonder Woman. What's her name? Gal Gadot. Okay, can't get over Gal Gadot. I go crazy. Oh, we're talking about Gal Gadot. Gadot. Let's look at her since I brought her up and she's so gorgeous. We must look at Gal Gadot. Okay, you want to be Wonder Woman? She's laughing. She's happy. That's a turn on when you're Oh, here's one. Let's go up. See that beautiful face on her. Incredible. Jewish princess. Amazing. And I think I'd have to have like $500 million for her to consider being with me. You know, I would have to qualify through my financial prowess somehow, which I do not, because I don't think my physical prowess is enough to win the heart of a woman like that. But if bald man weirdo Jeff Bezos, who's obviously on testosterone supplements, can get more manly looking and score a hot babe, so can I if I make $1 billion. That's just all I have to do really quick because time's ticking for me. God, I totally digressed there with her. Okay, we're done with that. No more Gene Simmons family Christmas, okay? Oh, hey, look at that. Charlie Brown down there. Let's take a look at that. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. All right, I'm glad. I like this family, even though I have some issues with Gene Simmons and some of the dumb things he says sometimes, which I won't get into right now. But here's what I want to do right now.
I'm going to spend the...
Okay, what I'm doing is there's this dude named Mr. Beast, and I was like, who's he? Because I saw him tweet on Twitter to Elon Musk, and he goes, hey, can I be the CEO of Twitter? And I don't remember exactly what Elon said, but he said something like, yeah, well, you'd be in the running for it, I think was what he said. I'm paraphrasing. I didn't word it exactly like Gene Simmons, like Elon Musk said. But so I was like, who's Mr. Beast? And I went to Google and it said, who's Mr. Beast? And so I went to YouTube from what I found, and here he's a dude on YouTube who has 123 million subscribers, which is insane. Okay, and I was like, okay, I want to see the kind of content he makes. And I saw this video. I spent 50 hours buried alive. And what I want to do is review this video. I just want to go through and talk about what he did here in this video because I think it's nuts. Okay, hold on. The description, he says, this was the most insane thing I've ever done. Okay, I haven't seen what else you've done. If this is the most insane thing you've done, I might not be interested in other things you do, but you have a big following. I thought this was a bold idea, and I have a lot of comments and opinions because strangely enough, I've thought a lot about being buried alive in life. And so I want to address this topic head on, and I want to discuss what you've done here and aspects of the way you went about it, which I don't want to have this floating around here. What the heck is that? I want to discuss things you've done here for this, and so we're going to sit and watch this together while I make commentary on it. I will put a link to this so you can watch the whole video in its totality without my blabbering in the description. And it's easy to find if you just go to Mr. Beast on YouTube and search for Buried Alive.
I'm going to spend the next 50 hours buried alive in this coffin. Probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. Boys!
And his voice is a little bit idiosyncratic to me. But yes, let's see. You can see actually what he's doing here. He's in a pretty extra-sized large coffin. If I agreed to be 50 hours underground, it would be very difficult for me to do that psychologically and physically. I would have a very hard time doing that. Not to mention, I don't think it's healthy, and I'll talk about why as we go.
Coffin. Probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. Boys, seal me up!
I don't think it's dumb. I think
Welcome to my coffin. I have a camera here.
It's a little crazy. It's a little daring.
Oh, stop.
All right, we're set.
Boys, can you hear me?
Yes, over.
Bury me alive. All right.
This is a good bit. I like the idea,
terrifying.
generally speaking.
Oh my gosh. I can
It's
feel
more
the
than a
weight of
bit.
the dirt on top of me.
Hey, bud.
Hi.
It's
This
like
is the last time.
you would have to do this. You would have they put a lot of production into this, like finding a field, digging a giant hole, having a tractor, digging a hole, building a coffin, wiring it with lights and cameras. They even pump freaking air into this thing, like an air conditioner or something to keep him comfortable. And he's in constant contact. You'll see. I have things to say about all this. I will let it play a little bit, but I will stop to comment as needed.
You're gonna see us on the outside world.
Good.
Oh, dear God.
I heard Carl yell, "Here it comes."
Imagine all the resources that he had to marshal to put this plan together. It would be expensive. He has big TVs where his friends can basically look at him in there, so there's no hanky-panky with oneself, you know what I mean? You might be tempted to kill time that way if you were in the ground for 50 hours, but it's not even possible because he's being watched the whole time. And there's just crazy stuff I got to get to. I don't want to spoil it just yet. For those of you who have not seen it, seems like most of YouTube has seen it.
So I assume something's about to happen.
Yeah! Is it full? No. All right, time lapse.
I hate the idea of the claustrophobia with something like this.
I'm getting it off. There you go. It's off.
The tombstone.
In
has been
honor of
placed.
you, just dump that
very, very
on top
gently
there.
placed.
That means
And
the
these
challenge has
are his
officially
these guys
begun.
as I was watching it the first time. They're his like jackass crew. They remind me of the jackass crew, some of the things they do. A little less crazy and wild though.
The next 50 hours buried alive. I'm terrified. Can you prove I'm buried underground currently?
All
Or
these
step on me,
sons of
that works.
bitches have full heads of hair. I will always point that out about everyone.
Why are we going to your car? I don't think that's...
Whoa!
If for whatever reason I get out early, you guys get to tase me.
What part of your body do you want tased?
I don't know. Where do people normally get tased?
I think that's very stupid because if you were in there like 25 hours in your body, you could die because you're not getting the right movement you're supposed to get. You shouldn't be sitting still and sedentary for that long. That's why I don't know if you consulted a doctor or what, but you shouldn't be sedentary that long.
Is it bad that I kind of already have to pee? It's literally only been like an hour. Whenever I do these challenges, people are
That's
always
one
like,
of the things everyone's like, what do you do to go to the bathroom? And of course, I'd have to pee constantly in there.
you didn't show us how you use the bathroom.
I would think you should stay hydrated since you're sedentary, because otherwise your blood is going to turn to like some sludge and you could get a blood clot. Not a good idea, man, to be sedentary like that, but great entertainment value.
Well, since you guys want to know, this is how. I'll be back in a second. I feel much better now.
All right, Jimmy.
I'm sure you do. Oh, hey, God bless our orifices when they are closing and opening appropriately. Thank you, Lord.
Good night, Jimmy. And in case you were curious on how Jimmy isn't dying right now, we have an AC that goes straight to his coffin. We're monitoring him at all times, and we have a
How
medic
is he
on
not
stand
dying? Like from suffocation, you mean?
He'll be fine.
until he gets tased.
Have a medic monitoring him.
Good morning,
11
gamers. It
hours.
looks like I survived the first night buried alive.
I would hate lying down. If I did this, I would say we got to add 2 feet height, 2.5, 3 feet height, and width, because I would want to stretch out. I would want to sit up. I would be going nuts lying down the whole time, not being able to stand up. It would really be bothersome to me.
There's a fly down here.
And that fly, I would spend half my time trying to kill that fly. I hate flies. I hate them. Kill it, dude.
Did you get down?
Are you lonely? I have the owl here. It's an owl. It's like, are you a mammal? Are birds mammals? I don't know. I have to look that up. Uh-oh. I think I need to know. Here we go. Are birds mammals? We're going to find out right now. Are birds mammals? Yes or no? Birds are non-mammals! I thought we were. We have a mouth. We have an anus. You have no arms. You have legs. There's so much similar about us. You have eyes, but we're not both mammals. I thought, we have common ancestry somewhere. And without further ado, I will continue.
Here, I'm buried alive.
Hey, Jimmy! Wake up, Jimmy!
Wake up!
Guys, it's almost 1 p.m. I've been up.
Wake up!
If I respond, it's only going to encourage it.
Okay, I have to pee. I'm peeing on your grave.
I'd rather you not. What if it seeps into
This
my
is why I
coffin?
thought they remind me of Jackass right
Chris.
here. And
Chris,
I'm
don't
into
pee on me.
scatological humor,
Jimmy,
so
can
I
you
thought
hear this?
this was funny that they peed on his grave.
Is he actually peeing on me, Carl?
It's a much
Little-
worse
it's
noise than
tacky.
taser, Jimmy.
What are you gonna do about it? You're in a hole, nerd. No more talking to you. Bye! Alright, now we don't have to deal with them anymore.
I thought I'd be getting
This is
emotional
well
support.
cut.
Maybe they played
It's
me
definitely
a book through
good
the
editing.
walkie-talkie, but no. They're just peeing on my grave.
It's funny. So he doesn't have an eye to the outside world.
What does it feel like to stand?
I actually want to know. I don't think he had his phone with him. He just had those walkie-talkies. So it's like, I would kind of want to watch YouTube, but I'd have a real problem with the claustrophobia down there.
I can't remember.
Well, currently right now it feels like I'm sitting, but I'll let you know when I start to stand.
I hate him.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
You want to go get, like, a drink and maybe some pizza or something?
Jimmy, do you want anything?
We can win this war, man. We can be way more annoying.
He They never stop. They're so annoying. Shut up!
Oh, Jimmy, there's a train coming.
It's a
If you
brilliant
open up the
idea.
back of the walkie-talkie, you'll see batteries. And if
Even though there are some aspects of wimpiness psychologically they compensated for, they definitely did not make it the most miserable experience that it could be. Naturally, I mean, like it would probably be unwise to do that. But if you really isolated yourself down there and you didn't have your friends you could communicate with the whole time, that would be a whole different trick. Putting yourself in the ground like that, you'd be sitting there thinking, "Are they gonna leave me here?"
just take those batteries out, the idiot's noise stops. I bet they still think I'm listening.
Lordy.
Today, I'm gonna be pooping inside of a small box 9 foot underground.
This would be perfect for MTV reality show stuff, you know? But why, when you have your own form?
Answer!
Is Chris jumping on me? Let me put the batteries back in. I pulled the batteries out of the walkie-talkie like 30 minutes ago.
That's cheating!
I heard the fly. Did I tell you about my pet fly I met last night?
No, tell me about it. I'm interested.
You're not interested. You're gonna cut me off.
I'd be obsessed with the fly. I wouldn't be happy about the fly at all.
I want to move around, but I can't. Why are coffins so small? Just trapped in a box, deep underground. I think it's really starting to hit me. I'm gonna go explore the other side of the coffin. Wish me luck. Ow! Let's make this journey.
That would make me miserable. I mean, like,
Can you see me?
dude, you know why? Because the reason I say, it's like, he gets to a point in here where he says he holds in his poop the whole 50 hours he doesn't go number 2, okay? Which is not a blessing that you can praise God for when you have to hold it in like that. But the reason I say adding the height, it's like if I were in there, you have the height, you get a shit bucket, and it doesn't even have to be that far off the ground where you sit, but like if you can squat, then you can poo, and that's what I would have is a shit bucket. And I would want to be able to sit on it because you can't like be lying down on your back and try and shit sideways. That would cause a big mess.
Yo, can I pick this?
I wonder if he had any contingency plan in case he did get diarrhea or have to poo, because that would be the biggest problem of this whole bit. It could have gone very funny in a scatological direction if you had had stomach issues down there. They should have laced your food with laxatives, I say. You would have been like, "Let me out of here," and then they'd be tasing you, and you'd have diarrhea. Oh, what a mess.
Toes. Oh my god. Yo, that was the coolest thing I've ever done. I made it to the other side of the coffin, and all that's here is a pillow.
Hey, Jimmy, I don't know if I like this new angle. All we can see is your feet, and it kind of grosses me out.
And we can see a couple of pee bottles.
You don't think that's a great video? Just feed and pee?
We miss other side, Jimmy.
So what you're telling me is you want me to go to the other side because you missed
So you're going to bury me for hours. We're going to banter on walkie-talkie.
me? I did it! When I
Good
tried
Lord,
to turn
man.
around, it was like very narrow on the other end, so it was a lot harder. I almost started panicking, but we made it.
Jimmy, we have to tell you something really important before we leave.
Tell me. Did he just leave without telling me?
Yo, Jimmy, I just want to let you know all of the monitoring equipment is now officially inside of this truck.
For 50 hours, I would have thought they'd set it up with some kind of shelter in the first place. Because you're out in the elements. You're exposed to the elements. And so all that stuff costs money. You don't want it to get jacked up. And I wonder if he could get electrocuted if it rained torrentially, or if there's access with water that would get in there or something.
It's about to start raining,
9 feet under, I think they said he is.
and also a tornado is coming.
Wait, a tornado's coming?
Yeah, but you should probably be safe down there, to be honest.
I don't know if anyone's ever researched this, but can you Google if being buried alive during
Really
a
wrong.
tornado is safe?
We're Googling it right now. Hot
I think you're
Russian
safe down
signals
there.
in our area.
Hey!
I feel like you need a little bit more
like the
help
safest
to make
place.
sure that you stay the entire 50 hours. So we're just going to remind you of one thing.
Wait, guys, stop. I feel it. Stop.
What?
Hey, Jimmy, listen
No,
here.
you don't.
What, Carl?
You've officially made it underground 24 hours.
Wait, really?
So how do you feel after being in underground for 24 hours?
My back hurts. Starting to feel claustrophobic. Bored out of my mind.
These
I
goofy
smell-
guys are just like the entourage. They're like, we're hitching our ride to Mr. Beast. I wonder if he pays them anything to take part in all this.
Bad. I also smelled the urine. I ate all my beef jerky and vanilla wafers.
All you bastards in your full heads of hair. Just wait till you get older. Give it 20 years. It'll like fall out.
I don't feel too good.
This is
All these guys have hair.
controls for the lighting inside of it.
I obsess about the hair. No doubt about it. Stinking domes.
What the heck? You guys can change the color of these things? Oh, they're off. Hey, turn them back on.
Shannon, turn it back on. Oh.
Well, that's not even funny.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh man, let me tell you, I could not do that if they had control of the lighting and they were like strobing me. I'd be like, I would have to like put it in the contract. You don't get to strobe me when I'm down there. I'll be stressed out enough. Screw that. I hate, like, if you put a strobe light on me now, I'm like, no.
It's kind of cool. Can we keep this? No.
Hate
Oh, yeah,
strobe
they're-
lights. Hate flashing lights in the clubs. Hate that. And loud noise. Screw all that.
Pink's better.
They could have really tortured the shit out of them if they wanted. They could have done some nasty tricks.
Just vibing in my coffin.
Vibing. So what do you do if you don't have a phone? I would bring books, honestly. If it's well lit and you can be kind of comfortable reading, I would bring books, and I wouldn't even want to interact with these guys because I can read and an hour can go away pretty quickly.
We're gonna tunnel down to him.
Why are you whispering? He's like 6 feet below us.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point.
This is not a bad idea, honestly.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we're gonna find Jimmy in no time. Hey, let's keep digging during this time lapse. Chris, how on earth
This defeats the whole purpose, digging him up while he's supposed to be buried.
we not find Jimmy? Look at this hole. It's almost bigger than the one we put him in.
Yeah, it is. It is actually bigger than the one we put him in.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, what's up?
I know you're trying to dig to me. I can literally hear you guys.
You hear us through the walkie-talkie.
No, I literally hear you to my right.
To your right, you'd say, what degree?
Angled from the right.
I'd say go to your left and you'll be there.
So see, this is not nearly the psychological test that it would be if you felt that aloneness and isolation getting buried. You have all this interaction, so it's much less of a psychological test because the real test would be doing something like that and being isolated. Even if you were like, I'm going up to a cabin in the woods and I'm going to be there completely alone with no other people. I've spent 50 hours alone in my house. I get to move around freely, but that's really the psychological test, is the loneliness that you have to endure.
I completely made that up. I have no idea where they are.
That feels like I'm hitting something.
I'm a sucker for good editing, and I love those little quick edits where they infuse humor and stuff. I just feel like I wanted to say that.
Hear that? Is it actually him?
Yeah. Yeah. We found Jimmy.
How long did it take you to dig that hole?
About an hour. 1 hour.
Why?
I miss seeing you.
Leave it to my weird friends to dig a giant tunnel down to my coffin so they can say hi to me. All right, so why did you guys dig this hole? What's the point?
Are they really your friends, or are they your friends because you have 130 million followers on YouTube? I would like to know, because I can imagine a lot of guys wanting to stick to you like a friend if they kind of got into the limelight like that.
Send you a message.
All right.
I hope they are your friends. I'm just joshing.
I mean,
I think they are. Penis.
you
Okay.
just sent it. Why'd you have to dig a hole?
Totally not because we missed you and wanted to see you again. It's because we wanted to do this.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even see it. Did you see that? They dug that hole to put penis on the side of my coffin. Is there anything else, or was that it?
What do you mean is that it?
Is that all you're doing with the giant hole you dug?
At least it's not a real penis they brought you, bro.
Yeah.
What are you guys, like 12?
Yeah.
I wonder if that was just magic editing where he's like, what are you guys, like 12? And then they found a clip of him going, yeah.
Now it's filled and
Because the timing was too good.
a ton of stuff.
Power of editing, baby! It's crazy that Jimmy's just right underneath us right now. I'm about to light a
I
fire.
like the addition of the bit of these guys screwing around. And they have that Mr. Beast, R.I.P. for 50 hours, May 8th, 1998. Oh, that's his birth date. Okay.
On top of him.
Just a bunch of dudes hanging out. It's me. You got Chris. Jimmy's right somewhere down there.
I realize he's called Mr. Beast, but he's not what I think of when I think of Beast. I think of Beast as big muscular guys like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that's a beast. Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, in his heyday, he was a beast. Sagi Kalev, the bodybuilder, beast. The literal beast. I think it's like he might have trademarked that. You might not want to go there, Mr. YouTube Beast.
In about 20 hours, we're going to be able to use this again and get him out of there.
I think we're just gonna camp over Jimmy's body. We'll see you in the morning.
All right, gamers. My back inside hurt.
I bet after all that time. Dude, probably you're not moving around, so your kidneys probably aren't even working right. It's bad to be sedentary for that long, I'm telling you. I don't know if you consulted with a doctor beforehand. If I were a doc, I'd say stay hydrated, make that coffin big enough so you can get up and just move around a little bit and get the blood flowing. Not healthy. I'm surprised you didn't. Oh, well, we'll see what happens at the end. He does not die, so I'm surprised you didn't have like a blood clot. I'm going to keep saying that because that was my number one worry. I was like, dude, really?
Good, I'm really tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Tell me more.
2 p.m. and Carl and Chris are still asleep. Just all alone at the burial site. My friends don't even care enough to visit me. Only Nolan would come to my grave.
His teeth are real. The Mr. Beast's teeth are real. They are not veneers. This guy has real teeth too, but those are nice teeth, man. How much did your mom and dad pay for you to have braces when you were younger? Look at those teeth. Sharp.
A ghost town around here. They just left you here in your grave.
Well, at least they slept well.
Jimmy, I got a question for you. Have you pooped?
I have to poop really bad, but I've decided
This is my favorite part.
I
I have to poop really bad. So you see, you're not getting the relief you needed down there. You should have had a bucket or something, buddy. Some kind of contingency plan to clean up and, seal. You got the ventilation, so it wouldn't smell indefinitely if you had a sealed bucket you could take a dump in.
than 10 hours left, and I'm not pooping in this coffin. I'd literally rather be tased.
You tell me you've helped.
Well, especially because you're being filmed. That's a deterrent. Like, I'm not going to poop in front of people either. That's another deal killer. If you offered me $1 million to do this, I would have all kinds of conditions that would probably make it way less interesting.
Poop for 40 hours. That's kind of a feat. Thank you.
I'm the opposite of Chandler.
So look, it rained. The tents are...
I don't know what that means. I'm the opposite of Chandler. That's kind of a feat. I'm the opposite of Chandler. Is one of these guys named Chandler, or are you talking about Chandler from Friends? Anyway, onward.
Of course, we didn't sleep out here, but Jimmy still spent it underground.
Hey, he slept vertically and I slept in my car sitting straight up. Who's the real winner here?
I'm bored. So I'm going to give one of you that hits the subscribe button in the next 7 days $10,000.
Yeah,
if you are...
I wonder what the temperature is in there. Is it like a comfortable room temperature? I'd be curious to know that. They should have let us in on little details like that.
Don't unsubscribe and resubscribe. That does nothing. Just like go grab your mom's account or something. Moms like our videos. Chris.
What?
I want to get out. I'm tired of being in here. Just tase me.
Oh wait, really? Actually?
No, idiot! Why would I get out with 3 hours left? What am I, stupid? The 50 hours I'm spending in this coffin
just
feels like a
throws that
week. I'm starting to get
way
used
into
to
the
being
forest.
surrounded by thousands of pounds of dirt. I just noticed the one video where I don't wear Beast merch is the video where the shirt is just plastered in every shot. Lure this. Put Shop Mr. Beast on top of it. Now go to shopmrbeast.com and buy something. Thank you. Hello. Is that you out here digging, Carl?
Yeah, man, we're digging right now.
Oh, this is nuts. What do you think? Is he just trying to get attention doing this? Oh, right. Well, he does have a big YouTube channel. There must be some kind of huge expectation on him. He was saying how much he loves his work, doing what he does, and coming up with crazy shit all the time. I feel a lot of pressure. I just know me, right? Would you feel some pressure? Yeah, it's normal to feel pressure, bro. Admit it if you don't like the pressure sometimes of having to maintain this following and all these people. What happens if you die? All those 130 million people subscribe to your channel. What then?
That was sarcastic.
I'll actually start digging. I'm sorry. I wasn't digging and now I am.
Jesus.
Hey Jimmy,
Yes, Chris?
we've got a surprise for you.
Tell me if you could hear this, all right?
What are you doing?
Oh wait, I don't have a lighter. Can you get a lighter?
I got you.
I'm gonna...
Is this good for a lighter?
Yeah, that'll do.
Every little thing is thought out like this. I wonder, production wise, do they have a company behind this, a production company? This can't just be totally all independent, because there's some of this that is just all done too well, like a proper reality show or something. The resources are all there, which makes me think there's a big production company behind it or something. It's not just some independent YouTuber, unless he's got a great income and he's able to hire people for these production jobs.
Are you sledgehammering the ground?
Yeah!
Oh, it's fireworks.
The outside was crazy, Jimmy!
Celebrating 1 hour left! Woo! Could you smell the smoke down there?
I actually can.
We think it got in your ventilation system, sorry.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we're probably not gonna
They said 1 hour left. I want to know, what time of day is this? 1 hour left.
fire off anymore though, don't worry.
Based on how you said that, I'm assuming you have one more and it's really big. Thanks for letting me know what you're...
Water what? What is that?
Oh, shoot!
Oh! Looks like there's an earthquake happening. Hey, film it. I want to watch it. Oh, wait. We're probably filming it for the video.
I think these guys have a great concept here, and they're kind of like the guys from Jackass, like I said, but I'm not getting from them that they're innately funny. Not that I am. I'm not going to say that I am. I'm just saying you're not cracking me up, fellas. The editing's good. The editing adds a level of humor.
I have 3 minutes, and then
But I will give other videos by this guy a chance for sure. I'm impressed by the boldness, the scale of this particular thing he did here.
leave this box. It's bringing tears to my eyes. I'm so happy. 3, 2, 1. It has officially been 50 hours buried alive. It's been 50 hours. Get me out of here.
We're doing it.
My entire coffin's literally vibrating every time he hits the ground.
So what time of day is this?
It happened again. The challenge ended 10 minutes ago. They're still digging me up. Hurry up!
For a 12-minute video, that is a ton of work.
Oh, I see a shovel. I see a shovel. Look, look.
They must have some good outtakes from this too.
Look. Oh, there it is. There it is. I haven't seen the outside in so long. Oh my gosh.
Are you seriously
right now, I'm crying? Oh my gosh.
Is that like the emotion, real emotion of being locked up all that time and then being set free? I am curious to know if that's legit.
Hi!
There he is!
Get me out of here!
Oh my god, it's hot.
Okay, this is almost over. Like 20 seconds, it's gonna be over.
Oh my god, look at all the pee bottles! You actually smell.
It's almost like we don't fake challenges, we do them.
Oh my god. You need to burn those clothes.
That was stupid. I have a massive headache and I'm starving. Goodbye.
Yeah, you only ate beef
Get that
jerky
camera out of
and
my face.
vanilla wafers? That's nuts, dude. I commend you for doing something really ambitious there. I don't think I could deal. But I do commend you. What I want to look up here is, before I end, is Ryan Reynolds Buried Alive movie. Okay, so he was in a movie. Ryan Reynolds was in a movie called Buried. And it features him getting stuck underground. And it's a totally, the whole time, I don't think there's a scene outside of the coffin. And it's a much more claustrophobic situation. Except that in this movie, if I recall correctly, Ryan Reynolds has a cell phone. And he's just trying to desperately call people and get help. But they're like, we don't know where you are. You're like on the other side of the world. I think in the Middle East somewhere. What a shitty feeling. That's like a nightmare. The idea of being buried alive is a total nightmare to me. And so that's all I have for today. I want to say goodbye to you, my little fine-feathered friend. Fine-feathered friend. It was nice seeing you once again. I'm still doing videos here, obviously. I'm relatively pleased because I cut out a little more of the light that was changing the look of this during the day. At night, I get a really pure look in the dark. And I think that helps my satisfaction a lot. I know it does here covering up this window. I know this covering up this area. I'm liking what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling pretty confident with it at the moment, and it's still under development. I want to add still some more stuff over in this area here by the bird, my bird friend. What do you think of that? Okay? What if I put a cat next to you? Oh, I know. Don't worry, I won't do that. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go. I will probably be doing another video in the next couple days. What I also want to do is I almost, instead of doing this video, drove downtown and got a 75-inch Samsung to put on that wall behind this TV because I'm just like, I need another big screen. And I want to block out that whole wall and get it all even down there with one consistent thing because I'm not happy. I'm just too persnickety is what I'm saying. But I will go back to here and I'll say peace be with all of you. I will be back with another video. If you appreciated anything I did today, if I added any kind of layer of cool, I'd appreciate it if someone subscribes or likes this video. That's really all I want to say right now. You all have a lovely day. I should have written a rap. Hold on. Let's see if I have some. This is my creative thing here, isn't it? I saw many bands perform. Is it? What do we have here? This is not my creative, is it? I'm looking through here. I see some stuff where I wrote in my left hand. I think that I should have some rhymes in here. Where are the rhymes? I will try to facilitate these rhymes in this very last. Quick, burden, gone, morning, again, wondering, go, nose, didn't, thrown. No, that does not rhyme. Ahead, do it right, spills right. Let's see. I just might try and grab this. There, me, not fellowship, one imagine some world crumb. No, that does not rhyme. I need some rhymes. Okay, here's one. I don't remember what this is. It was written in September 3rd of 2020. God knows what was going through my head back then during the lockdown. Probably was not good, but here it goes. Here it goes, okay? Everybody, peace be with you.
Some creative rhymes to pass the time. If I don't guide my mind, I'll wind up blind. I'll fall down holes of the rabbit hole kind. Where I can, I will seek, like minds for solace, to avoid perspectives that are bleak. Must I climb a mountain to find those souls who choose to fly, instead of dig our grave oh fuck. I'm fucking this up big time. Instead of dig our grave like holes, who choose to float, who choose darkness, then choose to gloat. Maybe I can point them up, give them light and a merrier cup. Point them right, maybe give them sight, make them all well again, delight, all the delight. Reign with joy, smile with glee. There may be hardship, but there is love with me. Aw, isn't that sweet? This is not so good in retrospect. I'm embarrassed that I let you guys hear that. You all take care. Peace.